Formula One's build-up to the 2026 regulation reset is already reshaping how teams are judged long before competitive running begins. With new chassis rules, revised aerodynamics, and major power unit changes approaching, the emphasis across the paddock has shifted toward interpretation, development direction, and how quickly organizations can define a clear technical identity. Several teams used the recent private running in Barcelona less as a performance and more as a live laboratory. Mileage, data correlation, and early development concepts were prioritized. The sessions offered the first public signs of how different engineering groups are approaching the same rulebook and which projects appear ready to challenge conventional design paths. Alpine arrives at this phase under particular pressure.
The Enstone-based operation finished last season at the bottom of the Constructors' Championship and enters the new era after decisive structural changes. Team boss Flavio Briatore pushed through the switch from Renault to Mercedes power units, removing what had long been cited internally as a performance limitation. Under the technical leadership of David Sanchez, the A526 has been conceived as a reset project after a very difficult 2025 campaign. One factor behind Alpine's low points total last year, beyond the power unit, was the early decision to divert resources toward the 2026 concept. Barcelona, therefore, marked the first real opportunity to see the outcome of that shift. The car does not follow the dominant design trends and features several solutions that immediately drew attention from engineers in the pit lane.
At the front, Alpine has committed to a pull rod suspension layout, a route only Cadillac has also chosen, while teams such as McLaren, Red Bull, and Ferrari have reverted to more conventional pushrod configurations. The most distinctive development, however, sits at the rear. The engineers trialed a novel way of activating the movable rear wing, with the actuator lowering the trailing edge of the upper element rather than lifting its leading edge, a different mechanical interpretation from the rest of the grid. The rear wing end plates also reflect Alpine's willingness to explore the edges of the regulations. Their upper sections are subtly curved outward to increase flow capacity within the tightly defined regulatory box. This suggests the aerodynamic group is working to rebalance rear load generation while managing the front-to-rear distribution demanded by the new rules. Further details underline that experimental approach.
The side pod features an unusually long, tapered profile, with the radiator inlet positioned well forward of the mandatory side impact structure, which protrudes slightly and sits within a separate aerodynamic profile. During the third day in Barcelona, the engine cover was opened to assist hot air extraction from the Brixworth-built power unit, while additional support elements appeared on the barge board behind the front wheel compared to the first day of running. Alpine has already begun introducing updates, and more are expected as development continues. The A526 retains a hollowed upper side pod section and underwing flow conditioners, reminiscent of concepts seen before earlier regulations outlawed them. The early specification points to a program willing to diverge from prevailing solutions as it searches for a stronger baseline ahead of 2026. What's your take on the situation?
Share your opinion below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Formula One updates.